Okay, our first lesson will be super quick so that you can get started with your very own individual 3D model as quickly as possible. This video is a paid partnership with 3D AI Studio. I will be creating a cute little robot, but of course you can dream up anything you like. For the beginning, I recommend not making it too complicated. Smooth, thick, and stylized surfaces tend to work better with 3D generation than fuzzy hair, long fur, or intricate details. So, a cute, chubby chibi character might get you a more satisfactory result initially than starting out with a complicated, ornate, photorealistic thing. The latter might need also more iterations and touching up. So, let's go! It's magic! So, when you open up 3D AI Studio, you will get a little overview where you can click through. And you also can go to your dashboard where all your images will be. We want to go to Image Studio, and here's lots and lots of stuff that you can do, but you don't really need to know all of that right now. The important thing is choose a model that looks like it could manage what you want to throw at it. And I think Nano Banana Pro is one of the best models out there currently. It is one credit more expensive than the cheaper models, but you can definitely use ImageGen or Flux. All of these will yield good results. So let's just go with ImageGen 3. Let's create a prompt. And the easiest thing is to just type out what you want. There is a craft prompt function we will look at later, but simply describing something in a natural way can definitely be the most straightforward possible. Let's type a cute capsule robot that looks adorable yet ready for adventure. Bright colors, Pixar style, high quality 3D render, and we can also say 3D stylized and cinematic and whatever. And we can also say neutral background because this will just make everything easier for the 3D rendering AI. Then if you have credits to spare, you can say make me 4 images instead of just 1. And of course, the negative prompts are here. If you go into the advanced tabs, you can choose some other aspect ratios, but I don't really need that right now. So let's just click generate. And it's generating. Will take some seconds. There you go. So we have 3 images and one that kind of didn't work out. I'm not really a big fan of either of them because I don't really like the overall shape. I mean, it's a capsule, but I find, oh, there we have the 4th one. I don't know why, but I think of this one as bird, like Bernard or something. I think he looks dorky AF. Just in case you want to iterate your favorite image further, select it, click Edit, choose an AI model, and then type in the changes you want. This was not concrete. You can do better. For example, give him a color scheme that is contrasting and involving pink and purple would give the AI something a little bit more specific to work here. But I wanted to be surprised, and why not? Start with 1 change per iteration, not multiple. And I'm now using the other model, the Nano Banana Pro, just to have a little bit of more variety or more interesting output. I just think the look on his face, he just looks overexcited about something. Yeah, these are cool. And now they really have some like wear and tear on the surface. So what we can do, just go to dashboard, choose your preferred robot, and then remove background. And this will help the 3D generator to really focus in on the model and not have any artifacts in there. All right, if you like, you can download your model, but you can also just go load an image to 3D, or you can go here and open up image to 3D and upload the image from here or upload it from your dashboard. So let's upload Bernard. And now you again have the choice between multiple models, and there are constantly new ones, and it's not really important to understand these in depth. The best way to get to know them is to experiment with them. There's also a little button on the right which says Compare Models. Maybe you'd like to take a look there. And really, my favorites are Prism 3D, Hunyuan, and the multi-image versions of them because they usually give really good or at least decent results. So I will just use Hunyuan for now and just see what kind of model will come out of here. Hunyuan has different generation types. All of these AI models have different options. Usually the defaults work very well, but of course you're welcome to check them out more in depth. You can also activate PBR materials for materials like metal. This can be helpful. And you can also choose the polygon type for Hunyuan. We'll just go the quickest path possible to a finished 3D model. Basically production ready, more or less. And we have the viewer settings here, which you can then check out once you have the model generated. All right, there you go. And that is my little robot. And that's really cool because it has glowing eyes. And for some reason, there is the wireframe showing. I want the full model, of course. So there's Bernard. Here we have him, our cute little pill egg-shaped robot who's ready to be at your side for the adventure of a lifetime. By the way, if you're annoyed because your model keeps spinning around, you can just turn that off in here in the viewer settings. And by the way, you can hide that or click B to hide it. And then you can remesh it, because if you see that you open the model statistics, you see that it's relatively small already, 300,000 vertices. And it's like a tiny toy that you can put on your desk, which is nice. But I think we can quad remesh it, and then we can open it up into Blender. So the cool thing is you have a base free remesher, but it really isn't that good. So I think it is worth to spend the 3 credits if you can afford it, my dear. Then just choose the FBX, because for some reason the OBJ is broken for now. And FBX won't show in your dashboard as a model preview, but it doesn't matter. So quad remeshing, you can force the symmetry if you want to. I think with Bernard, that would be a good idea because it really is a symmetric model. Doesn't really have anything going. Okay, so let's do a symmetrical geometry, and let's go for 10,000 actually. Let's try to really bring that down. You can transform, do any kind of stuff. For 3D printing, you can export the vertex colors. But right now, I just want a finished model. And now we can go back into our dashboard. So that is loading, and we have to wait again. There we go. And it's finished, and let's download it and go into my downloads where all kinds of stuff is sitting. Nice one. Okay, so that is Bernard, the robot. And then, of course, we want to open Blender, and we want to delete this strange figure here. We want to load in Bernard. You literally just have to drag and drop the FBX into Blender, and you can just say import FBX. And there we go. There's our Bernard. I'm so happy. Look at him. Here, if you go to Shade Flood, you can see, and then you can go to edit mode just by going up here and switching to edit mode. And you can see, I think we could have brought him down to 5,000. This is already quite nice. You can see all of the geometry is quads, and it's actually usable. You could definitely work with that. Once I had Bernard in Blender, I added a sky node and a background plane to not have him sit in the dark. I opted to give him a little brand tattoo. For this, I switched to the shader editor, adding my logo as a texture with transparency. I mixed this with the AI-generated one and plugged in the alpha as the factor in the mix node. Then I added a second UV map to be able to cleanly put the decal on there and not have it all over the place. I also set the texture from repeat to clip to not have a gazillion symbols on him. Then I selected the vertices I wanted the tattoo on and hit U, and then tried minimum stretch or project from view. In this way, I could place the decal in different spots. And there you go. find the file in the video description. And that was it for our quick start. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. See you in the next lessons, where we'll dive deeper into the dashboard of 3D AI Studio, create the perfect image for 3D Gen, and create our own unique 3D models with AI.